Crankety, 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 crankety. Crank the gears of existence. Crank the gears. You awake now? You awake now? You awake now? Could be good. Could be safe. Could be up. Don't know. Ugh. I'm gonna give it a few minutes, and of course, you know, the whole rigmarole of if notifications are going out to anyone who gives a shit. I am trying desperately not to end up with my father's pockmarked bag of destruction. Because he scratched like a canine. Not that he was a canine, like a canine. He scratched until he bled because that's what felt good, and he didn't really give a shit about anything else. Hey, it feels good. I scratched. I'm done. When his as far as I know, world-renowned doctor, that or just a really coincidentally famous name before that doctor suddenly had buildings dedicated to him here in Houston. In fact, one of the hospitals he went to. Always. He was in the hospital so much. Anyway. He didn't care that his back was a mess until his doctors told him, "This is bad. You need to do something about this." And then what happens? Well, they were like, "Oh, hey, you know, treat your skin." You know, an intelligent thing to say. Treat your skin. Don't scratch them off. Treat your skin. Let your skin heal, etc., etc. What did he really want? He wanted them scratched, almost like he was a Pentecostal deacon, so he really didn't want it in the pornographic style. I mean, he held people's hair while they were vomiting all over the place, speaking in tongues. So, if you'll excuse me, yeah, no, he was not. That's religion was as freaky as he got. What did he want? He wanted my mother or myself to scratch the scabs off and then apply the lubriderm. Which, until I saw it on store shelves later, I thought it was medical only, but, you know, what do I know? This eye has become gummy, so that's fun. But anyway, I don't want that to happen to my back. I have seen people of our genetic heritage. Looking at you, we can't tell what that is. Apparently my genes have done their job if you can't tell where I'm from. I look at myself on screen or in the mirror and I go, wow, that's interesting. Which is really, my whole life kept me going, looking at my face like, one, who is that? And 2, why are you like that? And 3, where are you from? I was born and raised in Houston, Texas. Well, I was born in Channelview because that was the hospital that my parents could afford at the time. It's now a private branded hospital, but it's still a tiny little hockey puck in the middle of a way too big a parking lot. Yeah, I imagine even if you filled the building, it would still rattle in that parking lot. Like, you know, they must be providing lot space for adjacent structures. I haven't looked, I don't know. I haven't done a Google Street View on the building to see what else is there. I did a Google Street View on the building just to get a good look at the building. Anyway, and the only reason why I know about that is I have one of the rarest cards in the universe, a little thing, basically a birth identification card or whatever it is, that says what hospital. Again, as far as I know, I have never seen the damn thing owned by anyone. In fact, one time to take, what's the PSAT? Yes, it was the PSAT. The pre, the preparatory, the practice test. Practice, that's the word you were looking for. Not pre. Anyway. The practice, scholastic aptitude test. No one uses the word scholastic. Even the Scholastic Book Club doesn't really use that. They're more like, this is where you get zoo books. What else is going on here? Shh. Do you have a logo? Shh. Ever since troll became a verb online, so Troll Books has probably wanted to change their name for a while, but they've got seniority. Everyone knows the brand, and we have ours, and everyone knows our brand, but we don't want to talk about it. Or maybe they're absolutely ecstatic with their brand. I don't know. But anyway, and another thing to distract me from what I was actually saying. My scholastic aptitude test, right. That'll be begin in a second. I brought a copy of my birth certificate. Literally the copy of my birth certificate that my mother had, because I don't think we ever had a copy of the actual. We only ever had a Xerox. I don't know, but it's a signed and sealed Xerox, so it's legit. Because it's been practically notarized. And I had my birth identification card, and the teacher was like, I haven't seen one of these in years. You're good to go, but man, I haven't seen one of these in years. Whoa. And also, the birth certificate's overkill, man. And I was like, I can't prove who I am. I don't have any other things. I can't prove who I am. I mean, my social security card, you could tell I signed that. And it looks like I signed that last year. So you don't even know if it's up to date and real or any of this stuff. Because I was absolutely panicked. I love anxiety. Yeah, I think that's the ideal of what she was looking for. Basically, I will inject comfort directly into my flesh, and it's a little hard to do that when I'm allergic already.
So yesterday it was 99.3 plus. Today completely got rid of it. Today I put on a heater to keep it from and great.
It's a real time VOD of a stream. Yeah. Earlier I found out.
Why need a pirate fall asleep to for one?
Yeah. Earlier, Lena, which I was watching SR and stuff, they curated into her 24/7 channel, which is just bots. Wait, one second. No, not this second. Yes, sports fans, you heard me right. I'm wondering how you set up a 24/7 VOD channel, how you decide the playlist, etc., 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 etc. Oh, it's been 20 minutes. Well, 20 minutes and 2 minutes. Okay. Alright. Okay, alright, okay, alright, okay, alright, okay, alright, okay, alright, alright, okay. Oh. I can't let him say that. I will let him say
How many years have come and gone since that day? How many years have I waited for this moment? For the one that stood alone against the storm. For the one they called. The warrior of light. One great shadow, one ray of light. Two toned echoes tumbling through time. Brave floor wasted, dead cast aside. Leave more waiting all went inside. Shadow, left all What sayest thou, Master Montoya? We may accept this fate, or defy it, but we cannot deny it.
Deny? I am not wont to run from my troubles. Until our friend returns, I will hold the line.
years have come and gone since that day. How many years have I waited for this moment? For the one that stood alone against the storm. For the one they called.
Click the button. Oh, I guess you can see that because it says that there. Here, some things you can't see, and yet other things are like, oh yeah, I remember where we exist. I see, it only loaded intro movies. It loaded nothing else. So now we wait. It had no character model information loaded. So now we wait. This reminds me of the Final Fantasy IV version of the Prelude. Oh no, it's story time. Yeah, it's always story time. Even when I'm not saying anything, it's story time. A full-length, back-to-back recording of a full hour long on a cassette, but the car auto-played the backside and you know, so you didn't have to take the cassette out and flip it over. What are you talking about? Oh, like when you take a floppy out and you flip it over and put it in on the other side. What are you talking about? Exactly. Because we had a endless loop of the Final Fantasy IV Prelude. It kept us both sane during a major traffic jam. Like, no traffic was moving. Period. How bad was it? Almost evacuation from a city grade. Because ahead of us, a tractor trailer had toppled, spilling junk everywhere. Just everywhere. And it was down to one lane. Disturbingly enough, one lane on both sides. The frontage, whatever your locality calls them, the road that puts people onto the highway/freeway and off of the highway/freeway. Those roads were also, because of all the need for emergency vehicles, those were one lane in each direction as well. And we were in the quote-unquote middle of nowhere. So there wasn't side roads to go off, and there weren't many parallel roads that you could travel for a mile or two to get around some of this. Everybody just had to basically suck it up. People way back in the back on here's how bad one of my tapes got. I was recording the audio for the first RoboCop movie so that I could listen to it whenever I wanted. I wanted video, of course, but I didn't have a video. It was coming up. It was going to be on HBO, and I recorded it. And I'm like, this is a long movie. I'm going to have to put in another tape. Oh no. I got the whole thing on one tape. Yes, I had to quickly flip it over to the other side as fast and hit record again as fast as I could, but I recorded the whole thing. It wasn't an abridged movie or anything like that. It wasn't shortened for time. The first RoboCop, I think, is 90 minutes. I got it onto a 60-minute cassette because the engine of the recording engine, the motors, had slowed over the years. So it recorded perfectly fine. It played back perfectly fine. If I hadn't recorded over it, because I have a tendency to want to listen to myself babble. Yeah. If I hadn't recorded over it, I'd be able to. No, it would have melted by now. But presuming all things being equal, I would be able to put it in a playback device, and yes, it'd be running a little fast if it was a nice, good item, a nice, good cassette player, but I would be able to. And people would go, you got an hour-and-a-half movie onto an hour cassette. Yep. And it didn't break. I don't know how it didn't, man. I don't know how. It recorded just slowly. Actually, I did put some queuing way, yes. Waiting way. Yes, it's waiting way. I did put it into a more modern player, one of the recordings from about that same time from that same device, and it played okay. I mean, the Prelude tape. So sitting on your butt doing nothing, you didn't crash. The second I demand you do something after sitting on your butt doing nothing for 10,000 hours, now you crash. Okay, sure. Oh, yeah, it is not happy. I stopped using all of that memory. Well, you shouldn't have stopped. It should have been, I'm using 6 gigabytes. Numbers thrown out into the void. I'm using 6 gigabytes. He went to go and take a nap for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. I said 8 because I was looking at the fact it's 8:03 p.m. Oh, you weren't going to stop on 6, 7? No. I mean, I'm also surprised we didn't get 7, 8 after 6, 7 was no longer interesting. And then 8, 9 after that was no longer interesting. Memers aren't that easily. We got 6-7. Memers are very much that easily amused. Don't start. But it should have been, I need 6 gigabytes now. The entire time I'm asleep, I need 6 gigabytes. I wake up, it needs 6 gigabytes, not, oh, hey, before it goes to sleep, I need 6 wait, I'm just loading the menu. I only need 2. And then it sits there for several hours. I don't really need all that much. BS. BSMS PhD. No. Okay. What do we got? Who's using up the memory? Who's playing with the memory? Who's got all the memory locked up? Oh, currently it's OBS is winning that war. And why are you set to a priority below normal? No, you don't even get to be normal. You get to be above normal. You're a video game. And we set you to normal because you're the recording software. You don't get to be trash. I don't know what happened. I don't know.
Hello, you are now playing Digital Sports.
I don't know what's been setting things on its own personal bent of what priority, what needs to be. Y'all can all kiss my butt. You suck my nose till my head caves in. You don't get to decide that. Yes. Well, those are mostly con host. I'm gonna leave those normally. I'm gonna adjust those. Just a minute, I'm setting things back to a normal processor priority. I don't care about you. I don't know why you're below normal. I don't know why you're below normal. These are browser thingy bits. They have to be faster. Why would you set them low priority? I don't get it. I don't understand. If it's a Ceph browser, it can't be low priority. Well, they're not low. Below normal is low. Because it can't be down there. Yeah, something is actively just playing games with whatever anything needs to be set to. Lick my nose till my head caves in. Wait, that's not how that works, but I don't care. Okay, I don't need that. That doesn't matter. That matters. And oh, that's OBS directly. No. Normal. No. Not below. Cannot be below. I don't like that some of these are low. And some of these are browser bits. In OBS. Oh, browser bits in OBS that are being listed as low priority. You're scaring me. And 1.4. That can't be low priority. None of that can be low priority. Oy vey. Right. Whatever.
Oh, that was crap.
So you're in a room, and you weren't in the bed. Yes. You know why? Because that was when I was looking up. When can I watch all those things I skipped? Oh, I can't. I can't until I actually finish the quest. So we'll be talking to Spoiler Man now, so that I can show you the video you missed of Spoiler Man. Of course, you were there, so it's not a spoiler. We were there. The fog was there. Oh. Oh, okay, that makes sense. There we go. It's a visitor. Oh. I'm going to put the phrase bingo and more in here. What'd you say? Is that too long? Alright. Then bingo it is. I don't want to hear about bingo. There we go. Oh hey, someone actually asking for real help. You just... You did! Because I was typing or something. They actually moved around, then stood still. Oh yeah, speaking of... Before I go and talk to him, let's am slowly going to Morgana. I forgot. No, I'm not putting pumpkins. We're at 24. I would never do that because I like being level 5 million and not leveling down and level is sinking to be lower level because it gives me PTSD back to Final Fantasy 11, aka Online 1, where, oh, you died, level down. Taking away one of my vital skills. Getting knocked down dead, getting back up, dusting myself off, and going right back into exactly what killed me. Though, if it were up to me, it would always be exactly where I died. 5 seconds later. Because I would say, yes, I wish to get back up. And I would say, yes, I wish to get back up every single flipping time. Because I am going to beat this entity to death with my dead body screaming at it like hammers if necessary. There, die. And kill me. yes, I do sometimes put things on my throat. Well, I say that like it's a compliment. Just because I need it, sometimes I'll go, okay, if I'm buying this anyway, I should put it on my throne to fake. And the only way I'm willing to fake activity. Spoiler man. Give me a minute. I can open 22. I would do what a lot of other 14 streamers do and go and wander around somewhere endlessly on a loop. Yeah, no, I don't do that. Because that takes away valuable hand usage time. And I may have fixations, I may have attention issues, but mostly I'm on the autistic spectrum, not the attention deficit spectrum, though it might seem like it. Because after all, everything's a spectrum, so if it seems like X, it might be a little X. You might have a little X, or you might have a little Y. Don't worry about it. Everybody's on every spectrum. Even if you're a 0 on the spectrum, you're on the spectrum. But because of that, I am not the person who sits there like, so yeah, I was at Slamabamathon and blah 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 dabba 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 dibba dabba dibba dabba. Or where am I in the queue? Babba dibba dabba dibba dabba dibba dabba. I can't do that. It would be, I was at Slamabamathon, dabba 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 dabba, glance. Dibba dabba dibba dabba dibba dabba dibba dabba dibba 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 dabba dibba 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 dabba dibba 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 dabba dibba 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 dabba dabba. Dibba 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 pop 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 dibba 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 pop 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 dibba dibba pop. forming party, and then there was a column for which one it's forming a party for faster. Like, we've got a 6 of 24. I don't know which one that is. I assume it's Ritterana's lighthouse. Because no one likes Dunscape. No one cares about Paradigm's Breach because they already have their leggings. And the Ramza, the Final Fantasy tactics, basically, content, doesn't matter for most people. It's there and it's good practice for other things. Well, these are alliance raids, and for groups, I'm going to go ahead and hit that. Oh my god, for a second I thought I heard footsteps. Wait, what? I thought the one who tried to give us a hint, and then Laurentis screwed that hint up by leaving something very dangerous for us to have in our pocket. Minutes of 22. No, that was me saying where I live, so I really need. Ooh. 8 of 24. That's very promising. I don't know which one that is. Oh yeah. Broken urban landscape, washed out landscape, and bizarre landscape. Though if we put them in their correct order, bizarre, urban, and steppe. see that. I see that. I see. Somebody died. Yeah. Let me go in and fix the camera the weird way. Why'd you crash? Why'd you crash? That doesn't make any sense. Why'd you crash? Start back up, you beast. Oh, now it looks like my name is Droid Cam app. Nope, no idea why that crashed. Nothing was still on the screen. I assume it was heat related. Yeah, speaking of heat related. Speaking of heat related. Speaking of heat related. It has been 82. It's kind of nice to have it from below like that. Kooky. It has been no change in temperature all day long. When I read off the 80 earlier, I did use better lighting to find out exactly what it was. No, it's been 81 Fahrenheit, 27 and a half Celsius all day. So the camera isn't suddenly doing anything different. So to bite my shiny metal ass about saying, oh, I overheated so I closed that. No, you didn't. It tried to load an ad because it's ad supported. Ad supported? We don't see the ad. No, you don't see the ad. If that screen wasn't broken, I would see the ad. I have to use... let's see. VTube Studio, OBS, Droid Cam. Well, I'm using Droid Cam. I need to replace that icon. Oh! Yeah, I need to replace that icon with, I guess ADB Plus. I've mostly used that. I can use AnyDesk, so we'll just say AnyDesk for right now. I log into my phone with AnyDesk, which allows me to do everything except pinch zoom via, say, the mouse or the keyboard or something. I can't seem to get anything to do that. Display a screen asking for my screen lock or asking for my face or asking for my fingerprint. I had to turn that off. There's a crack through the reader for the fingerprint. So of course it was never happy, but it was always making more demands. Kiss my ass. I had to delete it. Which of course means the phone, being an Android, is very, very livid pissed that I've done that. Well, I don't have a separate USB plug-in device to read my thumbprint, so kiss my ass. It's bad enough I have to use a keypad because I can't tell where I'm tapping on the screen. If I had a device that was pumping to what it determines are actual headphones, it will say 3, 8, 47.1. I'm just throwing numbers out there, they don't matter. If it determined they were not headphones, it would say bullet, bullet, bullet. I don't know if it's the correct bullet or not. At one point, I could do it. I could have done it completely blindfolded. Just 47.1, and everything would have been fine. But those days vanished when the final layer of ink leaked out of whatever all over the inside of the screen, and I could no longer see. Nothing that can drip out, so I can't sponge it out. Get rid of it. Bye bye. I need to see my screen. No, that might damage the ability for me to actually reach out and play with the screen. Because for all the inky blackness, it works great. It's also my best camera, which is why I use it. Even though I potentially have a better, but we're talking in serious quotes here, because of the services involved, a better camera on my iPhone. But yes, it's very touch the face day. Sorry, it's sickening me more than it's sickening anybody else. Trust me, I see it over there and I'm just like, you're gonna start digging in your butt twin and then rubbing it on your face so everybody can see, because that's what it looks like you're doing. I've always felt like that. Since I was 3, which was 47 years ago and change. I am your 50-year-old little brother. Because I do not give off dominant energy. I give off tired. I give off angry. So basically, I'm the little brother you hand the broken controller to, screams and yells at his hands and the controller and everything else, including his own skill level, but not you for giving me the broken controller. Why'd you point at player 2? Oh, because sometimes older brothers are charitable like that. Charitable. Like, I've seen it happen once, because the little brother, and no quotes, the little brother, I just want to get my fingers moved, the little brother was, not mine, was adamant about playing Mario. So the older brother gave him the crap controller plugged into the other thing. Now, in this case, the crap controller was actually the better controller. brother couldn't use it. He just didn't have the hands for it. He wanted to hold things in his hands with one hand and tap, holding the NES control pad like this. He wanted to do this. He couldn't do that with the NES Advantage that his grandmother got him. He couldn't do it because it's a sit-down button mashy, like an arcade stick. He couldn't. Maybe he can by now. It's been a while. Over 20 years. I'm not going to go into the exact details because then I have to remember where I was living at the time, and thus what school years that was, and then I can give you the math. But without that, I can't give you the math. This is where we are. But yeah, so the little brother had the better controller, but he was also except he was this guy. Like me, he was this guy. Average wait time for any of them is obviously 30 minutes plus because we're already 30 minutes plus. Even though it doesn't say that. You can't see my mouse pointer, so I can't say, look over here, look over here, look over here, look over here. I can do that, and then you see timer expired versus average wait time. Ooh, one is a 9 of 24. Nice. I had to look at the other one for to do the math, not the one right in front of me. Oh heavens no, that would be sensible. But yeah, so the little brother was Mario, sure, and the older brother was Luigi, sure. I can only imagine how things happened later on, but at the time, since he was the little brother, he'd nudge him just to make sure that he was always squished Mario, never big Mario. Always do. He was an annoying prick. To his little brother, to me, just a person. To his little brother, his keeper, his jailer, who was punishing him for things he didn't actually do. But we all know these days what it is, thanks to everybody talking about everybody else's traumas. We know it was, you know, a lack of parental affection. Yeah. Of course, looking back, I can see it. Yeah. Because later on, he bought himself a better controller, one that is, you know, and happy. In fact, he bought himself a better controller. His parents were starting to balk. We were at the toy store together. We were all at the toy store together, and he said, I already gave him the Advantage. That's a better controller. I'm just wearing out the pads on mine. And now suddenly they were like, oh, that was so nice of you to give the obviously better brother the better controller. It was only because he started to say, I'm wearing out my current non-hand only because he mentioned the wear and tear. If he hadn't mentioned the wear and tear, they would have been like, oh, you should get two. One for you and one for your brother. It's my allowance. You buy it for him. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, shit. Are they trying to load the audio for... Bing! Yep, they are. Put it on my screen. Put it on my screen. Let me click. Please. Ah, it's tower. Cool. Tower, Paradigm's Breach. Yay! I get to finish this! Hooray! I don't like that it didn't want to load the audio. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Don't crash, don't crash. Load the thing up, don't crash. Well, I'm not going to watch the cinematic. So, hopefully that's a point in my favor potentially. Oh god, come on. Wake up. Yeah, OBS is still using almost everything. What the flip? I can't tap the screen to say, hey, we're good, we're Gucci. Don't do that. So all I can do is close Chatterino. Because the next big chunk of anything is Discord, and that's not really all that much of a problem. Oh, come on. Not the fucking game. Ah. Stop. Okay, finally. What the hell is going on? And OBS just started taking less, so that's nice, but what's going on? Wake up. Yes, I know everything's lagging behind. I know. I'm aware. Shut up. Oh, the damn screen. I'm gonna get kicked. Oh, what? Like average ping is the... Oh my god. So not only is this, but something is also being DDoSed in my quote-unquote local area. Son of a submariner. Stop! Oh, the blinking because there's no one I can hurt over this. Oh, that's an awful thing to say. I'm not willing to beat up. Oh, yeah, you can't see anything past me right now. I'm not willing to beat up that plushie, but if I had a punching bag plush, it would be getting trounced right now, just so that I can vent my frustrations in some tangible-ish way. Oh my god. I imagine that there's the party bang, there's the full party bang. I don't know if anybody else is even in the bloody zone. And I expect to hear it drop again. Unless people are patient enough to just sit here and wait. Because I am... I want to say, I hope I'm not the only one having this problem, but that seems vicious. Because no one should be having this problem. No. Oh, come on. We've loaded the ambient for the zone. No, we're still listening to the Rising Stones. Paying $273. But yeah, the reason why I say I hope I'm not the only one with this problem is because then everyone will be more understanding that this is a problem, as opposed to we ditched you because that was a you problem. Oh, come now. What's going on? Why do I have a feeling I'm going to load in and 3 people don't have the network connectivity issue flag? Just 3. Of all 24 of us, only 3. Yeah, because now it's saying 305 ping. I missed the sites thing. Don't put that blue donut on me. No. No blue donuts. Are we in Northern now? 103 ping. No, we're still hearing the bink bink of the Rising Stones. Oh man. Has this been 5 minutes of this now? Just had to check.